All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Thursday, and it's not that beautiful, guys, because honestly, it's raining out today, and the chickens are thirsty, but it's raining. Blessings to everybody in the name of Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus the Messiah. I pray everybody is super blessed on this day as we get into some juicy technical analysis over here. Shout out to Chang, shout out to Derek D, shout out to Yassine, shout out to Thomas Erickson. Guys, make sure to like the video. Also, follow me on Twitter at Jason_Casper. Go ahead and retweet the tweet I just put up with this stream so we can get some more people in here. So maybe we can get 750 likes and do a 0.025 Bitcoin giveaway. That would be pretty cool, huh? Shout out to Brad Craig. All right, y'all. We are live. Shout out to Aaron G holding it down with the wrench. Shout out to Freedom Man. Yeah, shout out to T1M Barca 89. All right, guys, what a way to start the day. We are short right now. Why are we short? We're going to get into it. We're going to get into everything, guys. But first, make sure to FOMO into the like button. As you can see, the Jason Casper like button right now is super dang bullish. In fact, I don't know how many likes we have. I could find out. We have about 51 likes. I guarantee you will never see the like button for this video this low again. Look, we're already up to 53. You just made profit on the like button. Go ahead and FOMO in now because look at this, guys. Look at this crazy uptrend. In fact, this is the trade setup I'm giving right now. Only have to risk this much profit to potentially get this much. All right. So, to the Bitcoin price today. For the Bitcoin price, what is going to happen for the rest of the day? It really depends, and we're going to be getting into it. So, first of all, what has happened during the past few days, I should say? Well, first of all, this short trade is a very juicy one. This is the setup that I gave this morning in the VIP Discord. In fact, I even did post a video for the VIP Discord members where I was specifically looking for the price to come up into this key area of resistance while market Cipher B was making a bearish divergence on the 6-minute time frame. And we can see that as we do come up to the key area of resistance like this, we are getting a bearish divergence on market Cipher B on the 6-minute. Money flow and momentum coming down. Hit some juicy take profits for that. And we need to talk about what has happened during the past few days on higher time frames because these scalps they're scalpy, but they don't really determine what is going to happen on higher time frames. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. And there are a few very important things that we need to be aware of. Okay, some very important things that we need to be aware of. First of all, yesterday I had made a video where I was talking about the fact that if we were to lose the very important level of 44.7, that I was expecting a move farther down, and specifically looking for us to come down to around this high volume node between $41,000 and $42,000. This very important box that we have of support right down here, right? That is kind of what I was looking for. Now, we did lose this support, and look, as soon as we lose the support, we have a very fast move to the downside. Why is that? It's because when we're looking at volume on a chart and we're looking at value areas, whenever the price of an asset comes back into a previous area that had been established as the asset trading at fair value, we usually have a very swift move to the other side of that value area. So if we had been trading below, let's say, and then we come back into it, we would probably have a pretty fast move up, and potentially even, it's very probable, we would come and test the high of that value area, because again, this is defining for us high and low, right? This is defining high and low. The old adage that your grandfather told you to buy low and sell high, right? When you told him you're getting into investing, right? You're like, Grandpa, you know what? I've decided I'm going to start to trade Bitcoin. He's like, what's a Bitcoin, son? And you explain to him, he's like, I don't trust that. Sounds like a Ponzi scheme to me, son. And you know what? Your grandfather might very well be right about that. But so far, this Ponzi has been pretty dang good for me and for a lot of us. So, you know, it is what it is. And then you try and tell him, you know, Grandpa, the dollar's a Ponzi scheme. And he's like, no, it ain't, son. It's backed by the integrity and the honesty of George W. Bush himself. And then you just let it go. You let it go because you love your grandpa. You respect the man. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. You don't agree with everything he says, but hey, he's a good guy, right? And so this is defining for us low and high. And so now that we're back inside the value area at a high place, we can expect a move to the downside. But something happened last night, which is this. All right. Yesterday in the Discord, earlier in the morning, me and Boyan did do a live stream where we were looking at a specific juicy level. But we did come down and find very, very nice support on a juicy level. And this was the first support that we were looking at yesterday. Yesterday, the first area of support that we were looking for our bounce was going to be at the 42.7 to 43.2 area. This box down here where we had two naked points of control, and we also had a 0.5 Fibonacci level of support. So if we take our good friend Fib over here, and we take him from this low, the most recent low, to the most recent high, we can see if we go ahead and turn on that 0.5 Fib level, that we got a really, really nice bounce from that. We also did have some naked points of control. So if we come over here to our weekly volume profile chart over here, we can see that we had this naked point of control down here on the weekly time frame. Now, some of you might be asking yourselves, Jason, what the heck's a naked point of control? Well, it's your lucky day, guys. Even though I don't believe in luck, I believe in the sovereignty of the Lord. But a naked point of control is if you have a candle on whatever time frame you're using, in this case, the weekly, and there is the highest volume node for that week, for example, came down here at around 42,850-ish, right? If the price of the asset never comes back down to touch that point of control, that high volume node, after it is formed, that is considered naked, right? And then once the price touches it, it puts some clothes on, right? It covers the shamefulness of that naked point of control. And so that's what happened down here. And not only that, but as we came down to this key level, which, you know, this is why it is so important to have plans in the back of your mind, multiple scenarios that you can trade, because then regardless of what happens, you will never be caught off guard if the price has a sudden pivot. For example, that's how, you know, I'm able to take a short from here, take a long from here, and then take a short from here. And there are other trades I took in between also, but really, you know, shorting from the high. I also did long this as well. That is currently no longer open. I was looking to short up here, but I missed it. And then long from down here, short from right here. It's because always, we are looking to be one step ahead of the markets, to think what could possibly happen and then have a plan for if that does happen. If you want to learn how to trade this way, you can check out the course, jasoncaspertrading.com. This is changing the way thousands of people approach these markets, and there is a 25% discount. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? 25% in the description of the video, guys. And what this course does, especially if you're newer to trading, it gives you a great foundation for giving you a very systematic, comprehensive approach to trading, so that you always have a clear plan and that you always know where to enter, where to put your stop loss, where to set your take profits. Go through a whole bunch of stuff in here. You can check out the testimonials. 25% discount in the description. Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing, guys. Also, if you do want to learn how to use Exocharts, market profile, order flow, TPO, you could check out there's another link in the description. Me and Boyan put together this course. There's a lot of juicy info in here as well, and there is a discount for this as well that will be posted after the stream is over. So my thoughts right now are that not only did we come down to a key level of support, but on the 4-hour time frame, we got something that I'd say is quite rare. We can see on Market Cipher B that the momentum waves have formed a snake eyes. What are snake eyes? Snake eyes are where we get these two big green dots underneath Market Cipher. I call them Big Bens, okay? Big Ben like the clock, right? Shout out to everyone over there where Big Ben lives. I call them Big Ben dots, right? Why? Because they were popularized by BitBoy. Shout out to BitBoy. And when you see this happening and you see that the momentum waves are getting higher as the price is getting lower, that is called a bullish divergence, right? It's called a bullish divergence. What that means is that although the price is getting lower, we can see the momentum in the market is getting higher, meaning that there's an imbalance and there needs to be a correction, okay? Correction. Why is it called a correction? It's because the price is out of balance, right? There needs to be something corrected, right? Like a specimen, like an organism, right? If the systems within an organism get out of balance, there needs to be something corrected, you know? So then you might go to a physician, right? You might go to a physician, okay? You might go to a physician if something is out of balance. And or a nutritionist, right? I'm more of a nutritionist, chiropractor kind of guy, right? Don't really trust me in them other types, all right? You know, out here where I live, we don't believe in science. We don't believe in none of that stuff. Now, the reason why this is now a potential bottom is because we're getting this 4-hour bullish divergence. However, all right, we have to understand that money flow on the 4-hour has curved to the downside, and we have come down below this crucial area of support, which in my mind means there's definitely more room to the downside. If we go to the daily, we can see that the daily time frame, the VWAP, definitely still has more room to the downside. We have even gotten money flow coming down on the daily. And so really what I would be looking for, right, what I would really want to see right now to get into a juicy potential long position. Okay, I'm talking more of a swing kind of deal, right? I'm not talking about a scalp, right? I'm not talking about a scalp. I'm talking about a trade where I'm planning to hold it for a while, okay? What I would really like to see now is something like this on the 4-hour time frame. I would like to see uneven butt cheeks, okay? Uneven butt cheeks where you have that juicy cheek on the left, all right, followed by that skinny old butt cheek on the right, okay? And I'm talking on the same momentum wave. So the type of uneven butt cheeks that I want to see is something like this over here. Let's just zoom in, okay? We can clearly see that there are two glute muscles right here, right? The one is very deep and juicy, right? Nice and big and round with the raviolis flowing out of it. The Parmesan cheese is just coming out, right? It's like a giant... well, never mind. I'm not going to go down that road. But then the right butt cheek over here, very, very skinny, right? Like that skinny old lady at the diner. You know who I'm talking about, right? The one with the Brooklyn accent, she smokes too much, and she's a waitress at the diner, and she's like, hey, Dolores, get over here. This guy needs another cup of coffee, right? She's getting another cup of coffee for the guy, right? She's smoking a cigarette over here, and she's super skinny, right? But look at her butt cheeks, right? Now, when the price is coming down on the 4 hour, right, we can see here that the butt cheek on the left, we got these two big old green dots on market Cipher B, right? We got the two big green dots on market Cipher B, like we got right over here. You guys see what I'm saying? Then we got the other green dot down here. Now here's the thing, right? Look at where the money is. It's in that skinny butt cheek over here, right? We can see the price getting lower, coming down to the point of control, right to the point of control of the range, right? And that's exactly what we want to see over here, right? We got over here, we got the point of control coming in right around that 42 area, all right? And so you got to picture, when you're looking at the charts here, you got to picture Dolores at the diner, right? What's going on over here? We got the point of control. Price is coming down to it on the 4 hour. And then we got market Cipher B over here. And look what happens to the price action. Pumps up, right? It rises up like the smoke from the cigarette. And so what I really do want to see is I want to see something like this, right? We come up a little bit. Then we come down like that. Right? The uneven cheeks. As we come down like this. Potentially, right? Just potential, guys. Just potential. So, you know, that's my overall plan. I'm still holding my shorts, guys. I'm short from here. I'm holding it. And now I'm short from here, and I'm hoping to hold it lower. And I'm prepared to hold this thing all the way down to like the $38,000 area, or even lower, right? Now, I would have to say, based on market structure right now, that this is a short-term downtrend where we have our high, our low, our lower high. Now we've put in a lower low. If we continue up to the upside, right, I'm going to be watching this area right here, right, for a retest of what is clearly resistance, 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 resistance flipped into support, right? A key support resistance flip. Right, so we need to be aware that right now, in order for us to see more upside, it's crucial, it's critical, it's vital, it's oh my goodness, I can't even think of the words to say in English. All right, but we really do need to come above that $44.8 thousand area. Okay, and so, you know, it's just, I'm just saying these things because it is important, right? If we're going to be trading, we have to have things planned out. We don't want to get liquidated, guys. And by the way, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. I'm just a guy on the internet showing you pictures of upside down women in the diner and women at the club dancing with a drink in the hand. You know, definitely not a financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. But that's kind of what I'm looking at, honestly, y'all. And we could take a look at some other coins too, if necessary. But let's pop into the chat quickly and see if anyone's even here. Is anyone even here? And by the way, shout out to everybody who took the trade. Shout out to everyone who took the short. I know I saw a lot of people in the Discord take the short. It's nice, guys. It's a nice short. Potentially, we could hold this thing down to lower. You know, we'll have to see what happens. Ooh, actually, I don't know. Is this technically? I don't know. This could be some bullish divs now on these lower time frames. So, you know, that's why we take profit while in profit. But you got to be careful when you're in a trade, right? And all of a sudden you walk into a restaurant and you see this lady. Watch out, especially if you're long. If you're long and you walk into a diner and you see an upside down old lady with a cigarette, just know that there could be a very hard rejection soon, right? A very hard rejection, right? So let's see, is anyone even watching this video right now? Wow, 300 people, my goodness, that is quite awesome. Shout out to Bubba's Crypto. Shout out to the Bullish Crypto Sniper. Man, that's some name there. Shout out to Kieran Ryan, who got some potatoes and onions planted. That's the way to go. That is the way to go. Yeah, guys, get your food, get your gardens going, get your gardens ready, everyone. Plant some dang potatoes. Everyone wastes all their time making sure their grass looks good. You can't eat grass. We're not cows, guys. We're not cows. The only way we can eat grass is if we eat cows, right? No offense to my vegans out there, right? All right, yeah, we should take a look at Sol. We should take a look at Sol. How do you find a naked session point of control? You have to use a TPO chart that's looking at the different market sessions from around the world, you know? So, shout out to Memory Man who's planting green beans. That's legit. Shout out to Dolores. Yeah, for sure. That's right, man. Screw the grass. We want food and freedom. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yesterday, I transplanted 500 plants. 500 of them. It took me a while. So, shout out to the KFC logo with the chicken nuggets. That's awesome. Do I have any cows? I only have chickens at the moment. Goats are on and on. Okay, so let's take a look at the corn over here. Back at, are we at the VWAP right now? Let's check it out. Yeah, so Bitcoin is getting a bounce off VWAP right now, guys. Getting a bounce off VWAP, and this honestly, we have bullish divs on the 1 minute, bounce off VWAP, right? Bullish divs on the 1 minute, bounce off VWAP. And so, you know, basically my whole thing right now with this short that I'm in is, well, first of all, I've taken profits out. Second of all, I'm still long from that box. And so, you know, I'm very agnostic. Let's put it that way, guys. I'm super agnostic when it comes to the Bitcoin price, meaning I am without knowledge, right? I am without knowledge about what it's going to do. I'm simply just trading according to my levels and my butt cheeks, right? You know, when you get that feeling in the bottom, you know it's going to be a good day, right? Or something like that. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm no writer of proverbs. All right, so let's pull up a new tab here. And just a warning, guys, please don't drive and trade. Don't drive and trade. Honestly, you'll get wrecked. And I'm not talking about getting wrecked on your trade, right? It's fun when you're driving and your alert goes off that we're at key resistance. You want to pull open that ByBit, right? But if you're not looking at the road, you could really get wrecked. And I'm not talking about your trade either. I mean your car, right? You could lose your life. It's totally not worth it, right? It's not worth it. Look at my eyes, guys. Totally not looking at the road. Just looking at the dang trade in the car, right? That's no way to do it. And I know this looks like I just copy and pasted poorly a picture of the charts into this other picture. But no, this is legit, guys, of course, right? Everything that you ever see on any kind of video media is always true. This is something that I've learned by watching mainstream news outlets. Everything you ever see, especially on TV or on YouTube, is always true. And if it's not true, YouTube is gracious enough to put a little notification under the video to let you know not to trust that source. But if you don't see a notification that says not to trust the source, you know it's 100% true. And there's no notification under this video, guys. And I love the time of year where they start to plant the wheat and it starts to grow. And speaking of that, let's check out Sol. Okay, I'm going to go to a website called tradingview.com. And we're going to go to the chart. And we're going to take a look at the coin Solana, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure can now trade inverse perpetual on ByBit, right? If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that we can trade inverse perpetual over on ByBit. So let's take a look here at Sol. Now, Sol also has found a top, getting some kind of a rejection. And I want to start by taking a look at the Bitcoin pair over here, right? The Bitcoin pair. I was honestly expecting us to come up a little bit higher. This is the Bitcoin pair up to that point of control. But if we do pull a fib from the high to the low, we can see that this is the Bitcoin pair. We did come up perfectly to that golden pocket resistance. And so it's pretty cool to see that being respected down there. And also, if we take a look here at the 4-hour time frame, look at this, guys. Look at this. As we come up to that golden pocket, we are indeed, we do see Dolores upside down at the diner, giving that guy another cup of coffee. Because we could see that her cheeks are getting skinnier over time, and the price is getting higher, right? So let me drag this tab over here. So now let's take a look at the US dollar pair. Well, let's take a look at the US dollar pair and see if we can find any kind of areas of support potentially that we can look for support on. So this is the daily time frame. We can see that the daily time frame potentially could be starting to bottom out here as the VWAP is starting to get a little bit more horizontal, potentially even a little bit more vertical. You know, the floppy woppy, as it is so called, where the VWAP starts to flop, and people are always like, Jason, that's not a VWAP. Well, I don't know what it is, guys. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't even care. But I like to use it, and when I go into settings, it says VWAP, right? So I don't know what that is, right? I don't know. I don't care. So let's see. Do we have any important areas of support that we can now be looking out for on the way down? Well, let's take a look. First thing I like to do is analyze volume. Let's analyze the volume that traded over here and see what we got going on. So we have a value area high right about here, and we have a point of control right about here, and we have not come down to either of those levels. Let's go down to a oh, something else I should point out is the fact that we do have some other areas of horizontal support coming in right about here. We have a nice level right here. And we also have a nice level right about here. So we do have some interesting areas of support below us. Let's now pull out a fib to see if we can find some more confluences. Well, look at this. Very similar to the corn, guys. Very, very similar to the corn, where we have gotten a bounce off of that Fibonacci 0.5 fib level. Let me just make sure this is straight. We've gotten a bounce off that 0.5 fib, but we do have some other areas of support now below us. And so I would say that, you know, for me, I would be most interested now, just based off this superficial analysis here, is that if we come down to this general zone, okay? That's a pretty big zone. I'm talking $100 to $107. This would be the area where I'd be looking for my bullish confirmations to potentially get into a nice long. Now let's go down to the 4 hour and really investigate what's happening here. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, Now. Okay. Before we get overexcited, you know, let's just say objectively that the money flow is coming down. But we also see this really nice trigger wave on, I'm sorry, anchor wave, an anchor wave on the 4 hour time frame as the money flow is touching the zero line. Now, CryptoFace has said many times, and I myself have witnessed and can bear witness and testify to the fact that a lot of times money flow, the zero line will act as support. When that money flow starts to get really thick, instead of coming down to form a purple wave, that zero line will act as support. Okay, or we might even just see the money flow come down a little bit and then come back up, because if we take a look at the money flow here on SOL, right, we can see that as the purple waves form, they are getting higher over time, right, which is a good sign. And we can see that as the blue waves form, they are also getting higher over time. And so what this is telling us is that overall there's upward direction here between the waves, even though locally the money flow is getting lower. Regionally, right? Regionally, the money flow is getting higher. And so this is actually setting us up for a very nice scenario here, right? I'm not going to say anything about what scenario I'm necessarily looking for, but this is setting us up for whoop. That's Bitcoin, guys. We don't want Bitcoin. We want Sol. We want Sol. Yeah, here we go. This is setting us up for a potential nice scenario over here where we could, you know, get something like this, right? Wow. Right? You guys like those sound effects? I was up all night practicing just for you guys. Make sure to like the video if you like the sound effects. And if you hate the video, make sure to like the video. And if you like the video, make sure to like the video. And yeah, that could totally happen here, because we do have these really nice confluences down here as well. And if I'm not mistaken, and I might be, I think I am mistaken, but is there any way to look at Solana on Exocharts on the browser version? I don't think so. No, there's not. There's not. I think there is on desktop, but not on the browser. And so, yeah, looks like we're getting a significant bounce off that VWAP, guys. Let's actually take a look at the 12-minute time frame here on Bitcoin, because you know I am, and we should be aware of the fact that we could in fact now get a pretty gnarly bearish div on the 12-minute if we pump up a little bit higher here, right? So we should be aware of that. If we get a very fast pump up here, we can be looking for the chickens to drink on some of these lower time frames, right? We could be. So that is one potential for Sol, right? And of course, this could be the bottom, right? This might be a legitimate breakout. And look at, not only did we retest that 0.5 fib, but we're also retesting this extremely high volume node. Okay, so I'm going to remove now some of these other things that I got going on the chart here. Okay, and we can see that, yeah, we broke out of this range for sure. And now we are retesting the high volume node, the point of control from this little tiny mini range that we had right here, right? We're retesting that high volume node. And really, even if we drag this thing back farther, we can see that we have a really significant spike in volume right about here. And so potentially this is a bottom, right? Could very well be a bottom. And we could look at this thing as a giant hidden bullish divergence where price is making a higher high and the momentum is making a lower high with a big old bend green dot down there, right? That is another potential to look at. And so then what we have to do is say, okay, well, if price is pumping now and we missed our opportunity to long, right? Let's say we think price is going to go higher, then we could absolutely, you know, let's just say that we say, okay, we've retested resistance as support, stop loss goes below the last swing low, risking 5%. Where would we set now our take profit? Like, this is just hypothetical for educational purposes because I'm not in this long at all. But what we would do is we would look now for resistances to set our take profits at, right? And so honestly, what I like to do is I like to just pull out my fib, right? I have a concealed carry permit for my fib, so I bring it everywhere. I bring it to the store. Wow, look at that. Look at where we did reject from there. And let's see, did we reject also from a golden pocket too? Big surprise, guys. Big surprise, right? Just kidding. Small surprise. But you know, if we are in fact going to get a move to the upside, and we come above this resistance, I mean, we have to acknowledge that we did come into a nice resistance here, and now potentially this is a higher low, and we're looking to catch the trend reversal, right? Well, now we need to find areas of resistance above us, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to just look at some volume, right? And we can recognize the fact too, by the way, that this is a clear level of support, of consolidation, and then resistance, right? So that's a pretty clear level. And so because that's a clear level, why don't we take a look at all the volume that traded above that level, right? So we'll just pull our volume over here. And now we've got ourselves some nice areas to potentially look for some take profits. First of all, right here at a high volume node. Second of all, right here at the high of that value area. And then also, why not pull out our good friend Fibonacci concealed carry in Walmart, and look at that, guys. Would you look at that? We have a beautiful golden pocket right here at the value area high. And then also, if I'm not mistaken, we have another golden pocket probably somewhere. This is the one we already have at that resistance. Well, would you look at that? Would you look at that? I'll be darned. Throw me on a tractor. Call me Aunt Sally. Saddle up the roosters and let's go to town, because you know, we have our levels pretty clearly cut out, and you know, even I would say as an intermediate level, we could be looking at this 0.5 fib ish area right here potentially. But yeah, that's kind of what you would do, and then why not set your eyes on the prize? Because obviously, Bitcoin's going to $98,000 by November 2021, right? And so if Bitcoin goes to 100K by November 2021. Well, imagine what Solana could do by November 2021, right? Imagine what Solana could do. In fact, I'd probably say Solana could get up to $260 by November 2021. People are like, Jason, how do you know that? Can you see into the future? Perhaps I can, guys. Perhaps I can. Perhaps I can. Yeah. Well, we should smash up the likes, guys. We have 300 people, only 200 likes, man. You know what that does to a man's self-esteem? Shout out to Alex Green, and shout out to Out Nowhere. Yeah, concealed carry permit for my fib. That's right. Sometimes I open carry though. Sometimes I open carry. You know, when I'm in the car, guys. When I am in the car, I just leave that thing right on the dashboard, right, as you can see right here. Look at that. No shame, no shame. There's the fib just chilling in the car next to me on the dashboard, guys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Robert Bonar, by the way, holding it down with the wrench, man, with the raccoons and everything. The raccoons and everything. Robert Bonar, I was at a park the other day and I saw a whole bunch of raccoons there and I thought of you, man. I'm like, man, I should take a picture and send it to Robert Bonar. But you know what? I did take a picture, but I never sent it to you. Because they had like a little zoo there. It was interesting. Shout out to A Profile. And how are you supposed to understand me if I'm speaking French all the time? I'm sorry, talking about resistance and all that. But yeah, you know what? You'll learn, and I'll hire a translator to come in here as well. Shout out to A Profile who liked the video. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, Robert Bonar's got some new videos going on. Let's see. I'm gonna check him out, man. Let's check him out. Let's check him out. All right, everybody. We're gonna take a quick TA break to watch oh man, I think I'm subscribed to you because there's no. Can I search for your name? I don't think so. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Check out the newest videos. You know, I don't think I have sound. I don't have sound from the YouTube videos here. Only I have the sound, but you guys don't. Well, everyone go check out his channel, right? If you want to see, if you want to see some raccoon stuff going on. Check it out. Shout out to Akshat. Thanks, man, for being here. And oh, so Dieter Schaefer is longing Dolores right now. Let's see. Let's check out Dolores. She was looking pretty good, guys, for a second here, and she might still look good, but I'm just holding my schlong, honestly, guys. I'm holding the schlong. I'm obviously in this short position. Ain't no secret. Shout out to everyone who took the short. You know, shout out to everyone who took the short. And I'm going to be trying to do more of these video updates in the VIP Discord as well to kind of walk through my mindset. But shout out to everyone who took the short in the VIP Discord. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper if you want to join the community. I'm pretty sure everyone here is already in the community, but it's a nice place, guys. I mean, it's a nice place, right? K-Pax, Boyan, sharing the juicy secrets in here, guys. Literally sharing the secrets. Look at the channel, right? Respected to the dollar. And also shout out to Boyan yesterday, because every week me and Boyan do a live stream for the Exocharts course. And yesterday, what happened? Yeah, Boyan gave a trade setup live, and it was a juicy one, guys. I'll tell you, it was a juicy scalp. So yeah, let's take a look here. You know, the 4 hour time frame does have more upward potential, and that VWAP bounce is a sign of strength in my mind. You know, these 4-hour butt cheeks don't lie, guys. They don't lie, even if they start out slow, right? You have to think to yourself, do you think this can move fast? Do you think this can move fast? No. But here's the thing. If you are on the street and all of a sudden she starts chasing you, yeah, she's going to be slow, right? And she's going to have a crazy limp. It's going to be like way off balance. But here's what happens. Here's what happens. Eventually, the inertia gets going. The inertia gets going, and then she starts to roll, all right? And when she starts rolling, there's no stopping it, right? There's no stopping it. So, you know, let me kind of show you an example from history here, right? Look at this. We got these uneven butt cheeks on the 4-hour right here, right? For 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 times 5. What's 4 times 5, guys? 20 hours. A whole day. She's chasing you down the street like a horse with 3 legs. Okay? And then what happens? She trips and falls and starts rolling downhill. And this was actually a trade setup that we did give live in the VIP stream, because it was, you know, you don't mess around with those uneven butt cheeks on the 4-hour, right? You just don't do it. And look at this one also here, right? We had some uneven cheeks on the 4-hour, and things were really just for a long time. And then she tripped and she just started rolling down the hill. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's a video of that. I'm pretty sure there's a video of that. I'm pretty sure there's a video. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, so that's a video of what happens, guys. So, you know, you don't mess around with those cheeks, right? You don't mess around with the cheeks, right? The service is good at the diner, guys. It might take a while. Well, I shouldn't say. It might be slow, but the food is good. And the coffee's good as well. Okay? So, shout out to Starks Crypto, by the way, in the chat. And, yeah, so we do have a bullish, I've never seen a cheese rolling competition, Alex Green, but we do have a bullish div on the 4-hour for Bitcoin. So again, that is nothing to scoff at. In general, that is nothing to scoff at. Even if money flow is getting lower, 4-hour bullish div. I mean, look at this, right? Look at this one here, and it's been, you know, 3 candles in. This one right here, you know, 3 candles in. It wasn't too crazy. We had some volatility. We came up a lot. We came down a lot. We came up a lot. We came down a lot. And then, right? Even though money flow is getting lower, those are nothing to scoff at, guys. Nothing to scoff at. So we do need to be prepared for a potential bottom, even though we all know that we would like to see lower, right? And, you know, I'm expecting lower. I'm expecting lower. I really am. I'm expecting lower. And we also have to be aware of our important support resistance flip at around that, well, we have a lot of levels. I'd say like 44.7 is pretty much, if we can come above 44.7, then I'd say that this is in full effect for sure. For sure. So, check out Off-Grid Trading, a newer channel done by former brokerage owner that has been doing this since the Wolf of Wall Street, guys. He's trading live now. Shout out to Kevin Samuel, shilling other channels in the chat. Everyone go check out this guy, Off-Grid Trading. I like the sound of it. I like the sound of it because I also am striving to live completely off-grid. And I also trade, and I also am a homesteader, and I also, that's it. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Well, guys, I have to be honest with you. I do have to head out, man, because it is a busy day on the homestead. It is a busy day on the homestead. Just wanted to come in and make a quick update for us all. And 3-minute time frame looking pretty bullish, potentially, if we come up above this high. you know, we need to be aware of a potential rejection. Also, guys, just be aware of the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement up here, which could give us also a rejection as well. But honestly, right now, things are looking pretty nice. The 4 hours looking bullish. The 1 minute's looking bullish. Money flow is about to cross over. So unless we start to see some bearishness up here, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a move to the upside. But anyway, guys, I'm going to head out. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And receive this blessing, everyone. Receive this blessing. Now, you might notice from watching the channel that I do not take myself very seriously in any way. But I do take my walk with the Lord very seriously. Because especially as the world is getting darker, I realize more and more that my only hope is found in the Messiah, Yeshua, Jesus the Messiah. Because he is the reason for everything, and he's also the creator for everything. So if I lose sight of that, then my entire life gets out of balance. Kind of like this, guys. Kind of like this. And so I do pray that everybody watching the stream is blessed in multiple ways. And so receive this blessing. In the Hebrew language, the purpose of this is that the Creator, God of heavens and earth, would place his name upon you and bless you. And it goes like this. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha, v'yasem lecha shalom, b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Yisrael. In English, that means may the Lord bless and protect you, and may he cause his light to shine upon you, and may he have grace upon you, and may the Lord turn his face towards you and give you completeness in the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. Peace, y'all. Look at this nice golden pocket acting as resistance. Isn't that cool how that happens? Isn't that just so cool? Don't you guys just love when resistance acts as resistance?